Well, happy Monday. Today, we're talking about Tammy and the T-Rex. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here we are on Monday. One of the worst days of the week, or at least that's what people say. The weekend's over with, and here we go. Today, I have an absolute stunner of a movie for you guys. More than likely, nobody has seen it, but we're going to talk about it. Let's take a look. Tammy and the T-Rex, 1994, PG-13, 1 hour and 22 minutes. This stars a young Paul Walker, a young Denise Richards, and a dinosaur. An evil scientist implants the brain of murdered high school student Michael into a Tyrannosaurus. He escapes the Rex vengeance on his high school tormentors and reunites with his sweetheart Tammy. That is a horrible synopsis. Not even right. All right, directed by Stuart Raffill, written by him as well as Gary Brockett, starring Denise Richards, Theo Forsett, and Paul Walker. Let's get into this. So here's what the actual synopsis is, friends. Okay, Denise Richards is a high school cheerleader, and her present boyfriend, a young Paul Walker, they want to be together. They're in love. However, she has an ex that is a psycho, and he will kill anybody that gets close to her or beat them up or abuse them, etc., because she's his girl, if you know what I'm saying. He's a nutter. But either way, they want to be together, but Denise Richards will not commit, and that's Tammy, for anybody wondering, because she's afraid that her ex will beat up Paul Walker or hurt him severely, and she would be devastated if anything happens to him. So what happens? He beats up Paul Walker, but he goes a step further and takes him out to a zoo and leaves him in the lion area, right? And the lion attacks Paul Walker, mauls him, just decimates him. Now, pause, because now we got to go back to the beginning, because parallel to this, there is a mad scientist who has made a robotic Tyrannosaurus Rex, but he's crazy. And in his mind, he is trying to make robotics as a way that you can help people stay alive, basically immortal, right? Like there would be no more sickness and dying because you would just transplant the person's brain into what have you. But instead of making a human robot, he made a Tyrannosaurus Rex. That's correct. He made a dinosaur. So when he finds out that Paul Walker has been mauled by a lion and is in a coma, him and his cohorts go and steal Paul Walker's body. They take it back to the laboratory, and even though he's alive, they cut the top of his head off, take his brain out, and they insert it into the dinosaur. Yep, makes perfect sense, right? Oh my goodness. Now, first things first, this movie is ridiculous, obviously. There's some horrid acting in certain parts of it. And just a quick note from our friends over at Blackout Coffee Company, make sure you head over and give them a try. Links in the description. But it is so fun to watch, because once Paul Walker wakes up as a dinosaur, he starts killing people. Like, not random people, not like, oh, there's Bob, let's go kill him. No, he takes out some of the bad guys, and he also takes out the gang, if you will, like some of the gang. Like, he just kind of goes on a rampage, but his goal is to be with Tammy. That's what he's trying to be with Tammy and explain to Tammy as a dinosaur that he is actually Michael, her boyfriend. Tammy is confused, but once she realizes it's Michael in the dinosaur, then she is trying to help find him a body, like a human body that they can put the brain back into, and then all is well. This story is so insane. It's extremely bloody. There's quite a bit of language. I mean, for the most, not quite a bit, I guess some. There is no nudity, but there is some sexual situations. So be forewarned. I had heard about this a while back, but I had been afraid to watch it because I wasn't interested in a sexually explicit, like, horror movie, if you will. So it was nice to see that it truly is just a dark comedy horror parody, but even though there's teenagers and there is a salacious scene, nobody's naked. There you have it. You can watch this without the fear of chesticles or anything like that. But there is buckets of blood as people get chewed up, eaten, cut in half, etc. It's pretty gory in certain spots, but in a fun way. There's blood spraying everywhere. In what is obviously a robot dinosaur that for some reason bleeds when it gets hurt. I don't know. I don't know the rules. I don't know how it works in this world, but boy, is it hilarious. It truly was a fun watch. And for someone who doesn't enjoy horror, I actually had a really good time. I had picked 3 movies, and I asked Nerdy Wife to help me decide which of the 3 I was going to watch for this video. And it was this, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, and The Claw, I think it was, or something about The Claw, which is a 50s monster movie. And Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, I think, was late 70s, early 80s. This is what she went with when she saw the poster for it. And the poster, not the one here on IMDb, but the poster that Vinegar Syndrome came up with, looks fantastic and makes me want to buy this movie, even though I've seen it. And I don't know what else there is. Like, there's not a whole lot of rewatchability here, friends. Like, it is what it is. And the way it ends is quite interesting as well. So if you just want to have a fun time for an hour and 22 minutes, this is the way to go. It's on Peacock, and it's also on several free streaming services that are ad supported. It's also on Prime. My friends, if you're looking for something to watch, this is the way to go. It's goofy, it's silly, it's straight up B-movie goodness. So there you have it. I'm out of here. We'll be back on Hump Day talking about Willow. That's right, the old one, not the new show that you probably haven't heard about because it no longer exists. I'm talking about the old movie with Val Kilmer. All right, for Michael, the microphone, Bob, squeaky chair in the back, and this big fat silly nerd. We'll see you then.